Well, greetings, gamers. This is Dr. Eileen, the Gaming Doc, and this is your place and your space to hang out, to chat, to chill, to take a moment, to take a breath, because we all need to stop and take a breath sometimes. And we come right out of the gate with Papa Merritt, Moderator Supreme, a young rising star in the Twitchverse, and an all-around wonderful person. Papa Merritt, welcome, 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 welcome. And as my moderator, you can shout yourself out. How are you, my friend? I hope all things are going well in your universe this morning. And Akamore! Yes, Akamore in the house. Good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I hope you're doing well, folks. I went over to Akamore's channel and I got to listen to a lovely, lovely piano rendition of How Great Thou Art. And it was really awesome. It was very cool. And so I suggest you go and give Akamore a follow because quite the talented pianist. Can it be? Okay. My glasses must be foggy. Do we actually have bruh moments in the house? Oh my gosh. Bruh moments. Yes! Bruh moments. Hi, Gaming Doc. I'm finally awake early again. Oh my goodness, my gracious. Yeah, now we have the honor of having with us one of the very, very first folks to ever come onto my stream. The first folks to follow and to support Bruh Moments. One of the amazing Jedi swag masters, one of the founding members of this channel. Welcome, 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 Bruh Moments. And definitely go click that name, the Jedi swag masters. Amazing group of streamers. They haven't streamed in a minute or two, but I'm hoping that as it is summer that they will get back into it because it is tremendously entertaining. And Mixel 119. Oh my goodness gracious. Good morning, 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 Mixel. We've got all of these rising stars, all of these folks who are going to be taking the Twitchverse by storm, and it is so good. And of course, we have JJ the Bunny. JJ the Bunny, another moderator supreme, who also is known as Hugs Bunny, aka Punny Bunny, aka Funny Bunny, and please watch for the puns. They're subtle when they come in. It's like, you don't quite catch them all the time, but they're there. And aka Techie Bunny, aka Hugs Bunny, because I swear I am definitely, JJ the Bunny has a tackle hug coming. When I see him, there are several people who are on my list for tackle hugs. JJ is on it. And we also always have to know what JJ the Bunny is having for lunch, since he is so wonderful about supporting from work, coming in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And the jackalope. Thank you for reminding me. See, we still have to convince JJ to create an evil alter ego named the jackalope. I'm working on it. Hang on, in a meeting. Okay, shh. JJ's in a meeting. Shh. Yeah, we started football back up again. 4 hours of practice. So that's got my sleep schedule. Oh, it is football season again. Wow. But hey, get out there, get that exercise, but please, sweetie, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It gets very warm, and sometimes we don't realize how warm and overheated we're getting, and then, the badness happens. So make sure you hydrate really well. Oh, the hot beverage for this morning is, I tore it, Jasmine Green, and it's one of the Numi. It's by Numi, and it is a jasmine green. Wow, which part of the stream did you join? There was a point in the stream where I was ready to throw my piano out the window over Fleur-Elise. I watched, it was like 29 minutes. It was one from like a little bit ago, and you were playing How Great Thou Art. And you did a lovely job. I've heard that song many times, and you did a lovely job with it. Also explaining how you do the notes on the keys and on the thing. Very, very cool. It's so good to see you, all of you. This is such a nice morning. It's always cool to come in and, just see all these wonderful, friendly, well, I would say friendly faces, but friendly names. And, so we have, see, I'm prepared today. I'm ready today. So for those of you who don't know, June was supposed to be Spicy Bean Boozled Bean month. But unfortunately, all the Spicy Bean Boozles are gone. The ones that I ordered did not arrive and will not arrive till Friday. So we are starting on the regular Bean Boozled Beans, which is gross versus good. So I've got some lemon water. I've got my tea to clear the palate. Oh my gosh, we've got Silver Architect in the house! Yes! Morning, mods and chat. Hope you are doing great and chat is good. Well, it is awesome and even more awesome for having you here. Bag of Chips 101! Yes! What's up, Gaming Dog? Bag of Chips in the house. Sup, Noah? Silver Architect 78. Shh, it's Bot. What up, Bob? Oh my gosh, it is so cool to have everybody here this morning. Oh, I mean, when we talk about, think about it Thursday, where are your thoughts? Because often our life experience follows our thoughts. My thoughts are excellent right now. Just seeing some of these folks who, and some who I haven't seen in a hot minute. So that is wonderful. And, I know you've got a lot of choices as to where you could be this morning and what you could be doing. So the fact that you're willing to spend time with an old boomer on a mountain, that is just, that warms my heart. That is so nice. And I hope everything, I was thinking about her last night. I hear you, sweetie. I hear you. And, and getting through, difficult times, especially when relationships can be very tricky. And when things don't go well, it messes with our sleep a lot. And that's okay, to think about a part of your life that's not in your life anymore, or at least not for now. And that really is an important part of how our thoughts create, our experiences. Because, they don't create it, but they can either add to or take away from it. And, often it's the stories that are going on in here, and that's a lot of what keeps us up at night. Sometimes we think about what was possible that we no longer see as possible, or, opportunities missed or mistakes made. So if you have to tell yourself a story, tell yourself a good one about how much you learned from the situation. We've got Sheila Marcel in the house. Folks, click on that name, give Sheila a follow, and we are determined to help Sheila make it to affiliate. We want that to happen today. That needs to happen now. So we want to make sure, so, if Sheila, please post up the next time you're streaming. And oh, by the way, okay, and I make sure that everybody understands this disclaimer. Yes, there is generally an etiquette thing about not self-promoting. Here, I want you to. I actually, if you have a stream coming up, if you have, it's like so many memories and so many hours on FaceTime. Yeah. Oh, sweetie. I'd give you a great big old hug if I could. It's rough, but, we're with you. We're in this with you. So, but yeah, we want to help Sheila get her affiliateship. So Sheila, please let us know when you're streaming. Anybody, if you're streaming, if it's your anniversary, if it's your birthday, if you finally beat a really hard level of a game, if you are excited about a new game coming out, if anything is going on in your life that you want to celebrate, say it, share it. Yesterday was hard for me. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a dance dress rehearsal and I got a lot of anxiety before and during my part. It was taking a physical toll on me too, so it was difficult to dance, let alone function, lol. Oh, dude, I hear you. I may not look it, but once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, I was a dancer. And, you know, even being short, I was, specifically, I was an African dancer. And I also did some ballet and tap, but my main thing, like, especially through high school, was African dance. And it meant a lot of jumping, a lot of twirling, a lot of, you know, a lot of very drastic movement. And boy, was I in shape in those days. But it is, you know, it's tough when, you know, it's like, okay, I want to get it right. And it's that desire to get it right that kind of gets in our way sometimes, because, you know, it's like, okay, what don't I have? What don't I have? And, you know, and I've done a lot of theater, and every single time, you know, no matter how down I think I have my lines and the parts, I always think it's like, okay, am I forgetting something? Am I gonna forget a line? So, you know, in some ways that can spur us to, you know, be more, you know, be that much more focused on what we're doing. But in other ways, it can really kind of get us. But understand, that is something that, I mean, even professionals do. Barbara Streisand stated that she would still throw up from anxiety before going on stage to do a concert. I mean, Barbara Streisand, if you're too young to know who she is, Google her. Amazing. But yeah, that anxiety, but that shows you care. That shows it matters, and that shows you've got your heart in it. So, you know, never be, you know, upset about that. This week has been kind of okay. Let's scroll back. I was supposed to start streaming now. I'm going to be doing diamond painting and doing a giveaway for some diamond paintings also. Well, let us know, because I know you've been having a problem with your internet. So, you know, fingers and toes crossed. Let's see. And JJ saying hi to folks. Madden 22 is going to be coming out soon. I hope it gets better. You know, it's like, it's interesting because it's like once something gets into like 22 versions of it, how much new can really be there? I mean, honestly, is it like Madden 22 going to be that hugely different from Madden 21? I mean, short of the possibility that if you win the game, your console will actually spit money out of the you know, drive at you. That would be cool. I'd pay for that Madden 22. But hey, if you're looking forward to it, awesome. You know, and hey, let us know. Okay, Bag of Chips 101, we want a review of Madden 22 when that comes out. Okay, done with meeting. Yay! What's your lunch? Panda? Oh, JJ's having Panda Express. Panda Express is so good. And we've got Lady Auric in the house. Smile for the love of God. Take a break, let it out, then smile. Oh, people, y'all need to click on that name if you haven't clicked on it. If you do not know about Lady Auric, you need to, because I have never heard anybody who talks about smiling and actually does it and actually encourages people to. And, you know, I would eat a fistful of Bean Boozled Beans to anybody who could make it more than 10 minutes in her stream, 5 minutes in her stream without smiling at something. You know, she is very awesome, and she's a part of my Nameless family, and just, you know, it's so good to have you here. And, you know, it is, and she's also one of these streamers, and there's so many amazing streamers who are in the chat right now. So please just go and click their names. And the best part is that these people who, you know, these are people who honestly care, who are honestly there for you, who, you know, if you come up in their chat and, you know, you're having an issue, I mean, and they have the ability to game and guide at the same time. And I find that fascinating because, you know, I have difficulty with that. Okay, well, wait a minute. Yep, I dance hip-hop with a group of 3 others. Oh my gosh, now that is physically demanding. And everyone else in my group is short and I'm the tallest, so I feel like everyone would look at me the most. True. My whole body felt like I was on a roller coaster, and my legs were all weak. My breathing was ruffled and my jaw was quivering, but I still managed. Felt like I was trying to run a marathon with no energy. You know what, dude? That's a sign of a dancer, when you can get out there and do that anyway, and be able to just, you know, be able to just get lost in the moment. I told a story before about when I was dancing, and, part of the routine was I had to come down on my hands and knees, like, hard. And then, I did that, and I got up, and I was, like, in that moment. And when that moment hits, when it's like it's not about the audience, it's not about anything but the music and the movement, and you kind of zone out. And I remember hearing about, or I remember hearing like some gasps or something, but I didn't pay attention. Well, what I didn't realize was when I went down on my hands and knees, I split open both knees on the wood stage. And so the rest of the routine, my knees were both bleeding. And so I didn't realize it until I finished. But, when you get into that moment, whether it's with running, whether it's with dancing, whether it's with art, whether it's with gaming, because you can hit that zone in gaming, that's a real sweet spot to hit, because then you become what it is that you love. And so, keep it up. It's awesome. First time chatting, but been here. Akamore, that's what we get for being tall. Yep, it's a 5'9". Wow. Same. I'm easily hit 6 foot. Lol. The 5'9" squad. Okay, you guys need to start a stream and call it the 5'9", because I know you both do music. Oh my gosh, you guys could do music where one person's playing one and one person's playing in another place, and then you play the same song and you're on a stream together. Oh my gosh. I don't have my horn. Well, then you can find something. But hey, we've got two musical people here. I have a school horn. Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure it out. But that would be so cool to have like a musical collaboration stream. That would be so cool, and music streams do very well. I have an alto. Let's see, I'm younger than 90% of the people here. I have an alto, but not a tenor. And I'm pretty rusty on my alto. Hey, it's like riding a bike, dude. You get back on that bike, you start pedaling, it's going to be great. So we've got, three people here who are at 5'9", which means you are all way taller than me. So, I'm telling you, I am like this close to not being able to ride the cool rides at Disneyland. Thank God I'm almost done growing, though. I don't want to get super tall. I got a hand x-ray for growth because I had a scoliosis appointment at the orthopedics, and he's almost said that you're almost done with growing. Yep. All right, you're still meaner. I'm not. I'm a sweetheart. Well, unless I am playing certain games, and then it's like, Otsits! Otsits Gaming with the beautiful wings. Oh my gosh, everybody welcome Otsits into the house. Otsits is working on a follow. He's working on building up follows. Please go over and give Otsits a follow, and also hang out and be that support, because it is always wonderful, especially for those who are really working to build their channels. That is awesome. I'm 5'9", 14 years old. Aaron the Healer, awesome, and nameless family. I am so happy to have you here. Everybody, friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears and lend me your follow buttons to go and give a follow to Aaron the Healer, who is absolutely awesome, is absolutely a sweetheart, has a great stream, awesome commentary, and, you will just love every moment of it. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Papa. Hello, buddy. 6 foot at 14. Ballers got a ball. That's right. I'm telling you, it's all about the swag. My middle brother is 5'8". Oh my gosh, God, there's so many wonderful, exciting things going on in the chat today. I don't play a lot of sports. Golf, wow. Be right back, my cat is harassing me. Oh my gosh, yeah, Luna has been going in and out, and it's like, Well, she goes outside and it's warm. Then she comes inside and it's cool, but then she gets bored and then she goes outside again. Cats are just like that. I used to call it catitude. Not attitude, but catitude. Where honestly, you are the center of the universe. Just got back from vacay yesterday. I'm so tired and sent. Oh, so is this one of those cases where you need a vacay from your vacay? But I do hope it was wonderful. And sunburn, okay. Clue you in. The best thing I have ever known is Noxzema. I'm not sponsored by Noxzema. I am not, but it is the best because first off, it's the cream is so light that it doesn't irritate the skin. It immediately starts cooling everything down. And the best part is it moisturizes. So it actually helps the skin to heal. So get yourself some Noxzema. You will be very glad you did. Yeah, so vacay from the vacay. Bob, if you can reach a good 6'9", you can be Jonathan Ogden. Oh, and Otsence! Otsence is... All right, where's my paper? Oh. Hold on. Okay. And Otsence has redeemed for the giveaway. Okay. 41. Another giveaway. And nah, I'm horrible at basketball. I'll stick to football. Yep. So, since Otsence put it, we will share the giveaway that is on July 1st. We have a keyboard, we have headphones, we have a mouse pad, and a mouse. This will be going out to the person who wins on the spin. So we're not doing it until July 1st, so we still got a bit of time. Let's see. I'm asking basketball. It's easy if you're tall. I'm not good, but I'm not bad at football. And Aaron the Healer. That's one for the giveaway. Look at Shaq. He was fat for like 3 years and still won rings. True that. Oh, yeah. So, yes, we're giving that away. And as a part of the Summer of Fun, which, mostly fun for the people watching me, that once I get my spicy Bean Boozled Beans, we'll go back to that for June. But while I'm waiting, we will do the regular Bean Boozled Beans, which is for every 100 bits, I will eat 1. For every follow, I will eat 2. And for every sub, I will eat 3. And these are, with the spicy, you always know you're going to get spicy. And I've eaten enough to where it's like, okay, I know which ones and what level of spice it goes to. Carolina Reaper is kind of brutal. But with the regular Bean Boozled Beans, it could be something good or it could be something bad. And that's why I have a glass of lemon water to kind of clear the palate because, yesterday I had it ended up, it was like chocolate pudding or canned dog food. It ended up being canned dog food. I swear that taste was in my mouth for quite a while, and I brushed my teeth like 3 times, and I couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. I think it was like muscle memory or something. But anyway, it's all in fun, and so that's for this month. We're gonna have some fun this summer. Last summer was not totally fun, so we're gonna, work on turning that around. And as I say, life, it's fun until it isn't, and it sucks until it doesn't. Shameless plug. I have merch in the channel page. Don't respect Shaq. Hey, much love to Shaq. When he won his first ring, that was when he was a buff 7-foot beast. That's when you drink some Listerine. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? I was almost at turpentine at that point. Lurk, got a few things to do. Otsence, mwah. Absolutely. You Lurk, thank you for hanging out in the Loving Lurkers Lounge. Thank you for coming in. And hey, we're going to help you kick up those numbers and meet that goal. My son is 14 and 6'2". What is it with these? I don't... all these young people are like, tall. No way. Hey, way. Aaron the Healer spits straight truth. And it's really weird because people look at me. I mean, both my sons are very tall. Um, my youngest son, at the age of 13, he was in a man-size 13 shoe. At 14, he was in a man's 14. And at 15, he topped out at a man-size 15 shoe and had height to match. And, you know, people would look at me like, how on earth did you have anything genetically to do with these two tall guys? Does he play any sports? He would compare good in size with some of my varsity guys. Oh, yeah, you know, and yeah, I mean, like, back in the day, you know, a million years ago, kids were not that, it was rare when you had somebody who was like maybe 6 feet, and now it's like, you know, just routine. And you know, it's interesting. Maybe we're evolving as a species, and all you younger folks are a part of that next stage of evolution, and everybody's getting taller. My cousin is 6'6" and going to Penn State for baseball. Wow. Wrong sport, dude. No kidding. Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, it is amazing. You young people amaze me. And in all the best ways. Because it is... And why are my frames dropping? Stop it. Do not frame drop on me. All the girls in my family are short. All the guys are tall. My son doesn't play sports. What? Hey, just because, you know, you're able to do something doesn't mean you choose to. And I think that that's excellent. I think that that's cool. My first year in college, I came across, there was this guy at the college who, he steps onto campus and he is like every football coach's dream. And I mean, like I mean, he was stocky, he was big, you know, he was, you know, you could tell he was quick and all of this stuff. And so the football coach just like basically stalked this guy the entire year. And the guy, he said he had no interest in football. He did not want to play football. He considered it barbaric. He was a literature major. What games have you been playing lately, Doc? The school won't allow him because he has mental and behavioral disabilities. Oh, okay. You know what? Blessings, and you know, and I'm sure that will moderate out in time. But you know, absolute blessings, because you know it can be challenging. What games have I been playing? I have been playing, well, I've been doing a lot of Don't Starve. I've been doing some Stardew Valley with folks because now you can be together on a farm, which is very exciting. Yesterday, I uploaded a game called Untitled Goose. And it is so bizarre, and it's really kind of fun. So I think I'm going to be playing that on Saturday. It is a very weird game where you play a goose whose sole purpose is to just irritate people. And you have an entire list of irritating things that you do, so you have to figure out how to do the irritating things, because sometimes you have to do certain things in a sequence in order to get the thing. So, no Minecraft. I've been trying. Honestly, I'm not sure if Minecraft is meant for me. I think that Minecraft is meant for way younger minds than mine, because I just cannot get my head wrapped around how to build things and all that other stuff, and you know, and I panic because stuff is attacking me out of nowhere, and then I start to just panic. I'm the same height as my brother, who's a senior in his. It's either I'm tall or he's short. Believe me, the football coach has been after him since he started to go to school. I'll bet. You know, and hey, you know, and you never know what's going to come up, you know, down the road. But yeah, you know, and maybe it's just my brain, my thinking that keeps me, because I keep thinking I am so bad at this, and that kind of becomes my self-fulfilling prophecy. So maybe I'm going to be lurking because I'm trying to get her off my mind. You know what, sweetie? You do what you need to do, and I'll be home. You know, I've got patients to treat, and then I'll be home a little bit later this afternoon, early evening. So you want to drop a note on Discord, we can talk then. He even went to the school board because of it. Oh my gosh, I mean, there are times that I think that it's tremendously unfair because it's like, I think there is awesome possibility in each and every person. And if somebody is having a challenge, you don't restrict them. You allow them to, it's like, okay, you can do this and we'll create the parameters to allow this to be successful. So I hope that changes, for your son, and I'm going to talk to Lady Auric after she gets off work. Awesome. Lady Auric will be awesome to talk to. And, that's like such a wonderful thing is that, there's so many different people. If somebody's having a problem, if somebody's having an issue, there's a lot of people that are there and willing to listen and willing to talk and willing to hear people out. So, that is wonderful. And Lady Auric is amazing to talk to. So, it is so cool. But you know what, Aaron, I'm definitely going to cross my fingers that the new school year will bring new opportunities. And, I know your son can do it. So, we will put in good thoughts, really good thoughts, because, it's amazing how thoughts can affect what it is that we experience and how we perceive that experience. And sometimes it's hard to get out of our own heads. It's hard not to fall into the thoughts that hold us back. Because in a way, and I was speaking to somebody about this, if you've dealt with a lot of stress, and first off, if you have, I'm really sorry. It's weird because our bodies can actually get used to, it's like body, mind, and spirit. Our bodies can physically become used to being in a place of tension. And so when things are going well, all of a sudden the body feels vulnerable because it's like, no, wait a minute, this isn't what we're used to. This isn't how we work. The adrenaline's dropping, something bad. And so our minds, in response to the needs of the body, will start creating stories that help that adrenaline come back up. So, that's why often it's like, you get somebody who has been through a really hard time and then everything is going great. And then they're convinced that it's going to start going bad immediately because they're so used to the fact that there's that tension level, there's that adrenal level. And so we can create a thought in our mind that will actually trigger us in the same way as if we're actually experiencing it. Let's see. That's even if my son wants to play. He keeps changing his mind from yes, I want to play to no, I don't. That's me, Doc. I'm telling you, and hey, Aaron, I'm just from the stuff that you've shared, you are just in my thoughts and in my prayers every single day. Because I know you've got a lot on your plate and you're struggling with a lot. And, and it is. And I know because I've been there. I've been in that space where everything was fine and yet I had to figure out some way to make myself upset because I was so used to feeling upset that feeling okay felt abnormal to the point where I had to create a reason to feel upset. And, and it's hard. Gaming Doc, have you seen Subnautica Below Zero? It finished like a month ago. I've seen playthroughs of it. First off, the graphics are amazing. I love the graphics. Now, the other Subnautica, I was impressed by the graphics of the original Subnautica. This seems to have taken it up a level. I'm not sure about the storyline. I was kind of, when I saw the ending of it, I felt it was like just a little bit anticlimactic. I'm not going to, spoil or anything on it. But, to me, it was just like, you could have gone a little bit more. But maybe it's opening up an opportunity for a sequel. The music. Now, I am a sucker for music in gaming. And there is some amazing music. The story is all right. Yeah, I still like the world. It was pretty cool. It is amazing. The water graphics on that are just so awesome. And just the attention to detail on it. And, the varying shades of color and the creatures and all of that stuff. It's obvious that there was a lot of detail. It's I would say it's worth it to play the game just for the, the graphics almost alone. because it's got that open world feel, and you know, it really is amazing. The creatures aren't as scary as the last one, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's more of, it's a little more subtle. I mean, you know, when the ghost Leviathan shows up, you know, or you know, the you know, and the Emperor or Empress, you know, was so cool. That was, you know, that part of Subnautica was just, I mean, that is like worth the price of admission. When that huge, like, boom, boom, and then the head comes up. I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it, you know, just go and watch it. You can either watch playthroughs or you can get the game and support the you know, the game developers and all of that stuff. But yeah, you know, it really is amazing when you think about what people are able to create and the technologies. I mean, I grew up in the generation of Pong. The height of our gaming technology was a ball going back and forth and two little white bars going up and down. You know, we thought that was the coolest thing out there. And now it's like, you know, and especially like, you know, I've got a VR unit, and that just blows my mind. I mean, you know, Subnautica VR would be just insane. So, you know, I would look forward to that, Subnautica in VR. Granted, you know, it's like, so it's like, oh my gosh, to be able to experience the bigness of it. And it is really, you know, amazing what the mind can create, because all of these amazing effects and all of these amazing games and all of this stuff started off as a thought. They started off as an idea. They started off as one person having an idea pop into their head that decided to follow through on it and to bring it from thought, not existing in the real world, to existing in the real world. And that is just, it is so amazing to me that, you know, when people, you know, are able to take their thoughts and make them real, to bring them to where other people can see them as they saw them. And all it takes is a thought. I mean, you know, you talk about, like, you know, the most successful games that have ever been out there. And, you know, everything that has been amazing started off as a thought. It started off not existing. And yeah, maybe it's not a big game that you know, that you produce, or, you know, maybe somebody out there is going to produce the next big, amazing game. The point is that everything amazing in your life started off as a thought, and started off as something that a split second before didn't even exist, not even in thought, and then all of a sudden a thought comes. And so I believe, you know, personally, I believe thoughts are very, very powerful, and they have a profound effect on how we view the world around us. And, you know, when we are so focused on survival, we're so focused on, okay, I've got to do this, that I've got to do this, that I've got to do this, because, you know, paying bills and making enough money to survive and doing all of this other stuff, or being healthy, and or dealing with illness, chronic illness, or whatever. It's almost like you're straight in survival mode. It's one thought right after another of all the things you need to do. And then when something happens, when there's a break in it, when suddenly, wow, you know, you realize that, hey, all the bills are paid. I still have money in the bank. I'm not stressing. I'm doing okay. Then there's that, you know, that kind of, the energy just like settles down. But if we're so used to being high energy, we miss that. And, you know, and for some, it's not just like, you know, having heavy, you know, hard thoughts. It's not just about, you know, always being in panic mode, always being in stress mode. Even good things can cause stress. Even, you know, if we're used to, you know, doing all kinds of stuff and being exciting, and, you know, maybe you have, or maybe it's a sports event that you have been practicing and working towards, or maybe it's a dance competition, or maybe it's a, you know, it's, you know, for me, it was like doing plays. And you spend weeks and sometimes even months just working at it, training it, honing it. It's your everyday thought. And then that moment comes, that day comes, and then ta-da, and you do it. And I would find that, because it's like while I was doing a play, it was always like, oh my God, I've got to get all these lines memorized in this much time, and, got to get the costume together, and got to get the part down, and where am I supposed to be standing at this point? All of that stuff, which takes up 90% of the brain while you're doing it. And then you have that last night, and you have the closing night, and you finish with everything, and everybody's standing there and chatting. Usually the next day I feel kind of down. I feel like there's an empty spot in my life, because all of a sudden everything's, all the stuff that I had focused so intently on is not there. I don't have to worry about memorizing lines anymore. I don't have to worry about, making sure I'm on my spot or doing a particular stunt and how I do it to make sure I don't get hurt and they don't get hurt. When all of that is taken away, it leaves this big empty gap. And even though it's halfway through the production, I'm like, I am never doing this to myself again. Oh my God, this is too much pressure. I don't have the time for this. When it's all over, I miss it. And then it's like, okay, when's the next production? When's the next? So even if it's something that is exciting for you, once that moment passes, once you have your, ta-da moment, it can feel empty. And the important thing at that point is figuring out what we want to fill that space with. What is the next thing? You work to climb to the top of a mountain, and finally when you get there, ta-da! And then it's like, wow, it's over. All of the prep, all of the excitement, all of the thing, it's over. And then you see another mountain that's a little bit higher. And it's like, you know what? I think I want to do that. I think I want to see that. So the idea of finding something that, is able to take you to the next level so that you don't sit in a big empty space. There are people who come out of unhealthy relationships, and they just car. Actually, I think it's a truck. Mostly up here are trucks. But people who come out of an unhealthy relationship, and they don't know what to fill that space with. And unfortunately, often they will find another relationship exactly as unhealthy as the one that they came out of, because that's what they know. It may be unpleasant, but it's familiar. And often familiar will actually override the desire to try something different, because that's the unknown, and the unknown can be scary. And it can be difficult. It can be challenging to be able to find something that you can fill that space with that is going to move you forward, that is going to be productive. And, when you come out of, let's say you come out of a bad relationship, being able to take the time to go, okay, let's take a look at the black box in that wreckage. For those of you who don't know that reference, it's like, the black box that records everything on a plane, and then if the plane crashes, then they go and that black box will have a recording of everything that happened and everything that went wrong. So if you're looking through the wreckage of something that did not go well, then you find the black box. You find the parts of it that you can learn from. You figure out, okay, we're going to look at this, and I'm going to see exactly what happened. And then I'm going to figure out what do I need to do differently, or how can I respond differently. I don't want to go to JD, because he'll just be like, you need to quit worrying about her. She's your ex. Well, that is one perspective. And, being able to go, what resonates with me? What do I need in this moment to be able to go, okay, let me process what this whole thing is. That's what he will say. Well, and I'm sure he'll say it very compassionately. And, Survival Steve! Yay, Survival Steve, who is lurking, who is another awesome gamer. Please click on his name, give a follow. He's got, really cool, funny commentary. He plays, pretty challenging games, and he's pretty darn good at them. So, go and hang out. I would have been here before, but it did not show up for me. Gasp! How? What? Yes! Oh my gosh! People, welcome the only lag that I will ever love, Lagger, who comes in. Good morning for your time zone. I'm not sure. It is morning, and good afternoon, evening, or night, wherever it is where you are. And thank you so much for being here. And yes, I am in Pacific. I am located in California in the United States, specifically up on top of a mountain near the coast. So it is a lovely morning. It is actually 10:46 in the morning. Oh, I hate lag too. It's like, I don't know which one irritates me more, lag or frame drops. It's like, you're from Greece? Oh, dude, I am going to so be there. One day, ever since I was a child, and I mean like really young, I have always, I mean, I was a huge fan of Greek mythology when I was young. And I always swore one day I was going to go to Greece. So I at some point, I am going to be somewhere in your country. So I will definitely let you know when that's happening, so you can let me know exactly what I should see and what are the best things. But to see the architecture and to see, the old temples and just like, oh my God, to see things that were here for so very long. Did you know that French fries weren't made in France? They were made in Greece. That's right. So, if you ever decide to visit here, feel like you're home. People here love and respect foreigners. Plus, it's very safe and clean. Every person who I have known who has been there loved it. Every person said that they were treated so friendly, that they were, that stuff was like really beautiful. Oh, it's a joke. Actually, the concept of frying potatoes, I don't know. I mean, I would think that maybe because in Africa it would have been yams, and so that's like a sweet potato. So technically, I would say it probably started there. Ancient Greeks didn't have potatoes. I was like, potatoes came from the Americas. Yep, and also like Western Europe, and the Irish potato famine. So, but oh yeah, definitely there are so many places that I definitely want to visit, and some have a significance to me, like for Germany. I do want to go to Germany because I want to go see where my parents met and fell in love. And I want to, plus the food is amazing. Honestly, I'm probably one of the most adventurous eaters that most people have ever met, because I will literally try pretty much anything. I am willing to taste anything. So it is like, if you go to places that have foods that are very exotic or, maybe on the spicy side, I'll still try it. But, and I love Greek food. Oh my God, it's so good. But, is any one of your parents of German origin? No. Genetic background on my mother's side, actually, no. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. On my mom's side, the family is Madagascan, Blackfoot Indian, Ethiopian, and actually a little bit German. There was like somehow in the genetics, the German is in there. And on my father's side is Haitian, Portuguese, French, and Arcadian Indian. So I'm Native American on two sides, and we've got like, yeah, we actually do have on my mother's side, because there's a part of the family whose name is Fritz. When they did like a DNA check, and you know, they found family members who actually were German. So, oh my gosh, I do have German origins. I had forgotten about that. Yay! But yeah, my parents were both in the Air Force, and they met at Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany. By Indian, do you mean Native American or Indian Hindu? Native American. So, so yeah, you know, I've got that on both sides, and people have a tendency to wonder, it's like, and I've had people ask, like, what exactly are you? And, you know, I'll answer with things like short, or, you know, I was born in Canada, so it's like Canadian. It all depends on how I wear my hair. It's like different people have different views of me based on how my hair is. If my hair is very curly, you know, they'll think I'm one thing. One lady swore I was Nicaraguan because of how I was wearing my hair that day. So, but it's, you know, I want to go to Argentina. I want to go to Greece. I want to see, you know, go through Asia, see Japan and China, and go to India. And, you know, there's a lot of traveling that I would definitely like to do. And, you know, fingers crossed I'll be able to get some of it done next year. Wow, your parents were in the military? Yes, both my parents. My father went in, he lied his way into the Air Force in 1949 and ended up in the Korean War at 16. And my mom went in at 18, and she joined the Air Force. She was from Detroit, Michigan. My father was from New Orleans, Louisiana. And they ended up meeting in Germany because they were both stationed on the same base. Absolutely hated one another. And I mean, my parents, they just hated each other. And in fact, never dated before they got married. And it was a very strange story, which basically means I am here and I exist because of a practical joke and alcohol. So, Zarclet! Oh my gosh, Zarclet in the house! How are you, my friend? How are you doing? It's so good to see you here. Yep, in fact, I told the story once about how my dad was trying to play a practical joke at that time on someone he disliked, my mother, and he got loaded and decided he was going to ask my mother to marry him because he knew that, because he had a very high opinion of himself, he knew that she would say yes. And when she told him, you know, because his thing was he was going to ask her, she was going to say yes, then he'd go, ha, as if I'd ever marry you. Did they get married afterwards, or did they walk separate paths? No, they got married. And so, you know, my dad went up to my mom and asked her to marry him. And she said, as if I'd ever marry you, and walked away from him. Well, every time they were at the club and my dad would drink, he would ask my mom to marry him again. And because he was going to hold on to that joke because he knew it would be great when he finally looked at her and said, ha, as if I'd ever marry you. Existing because of alcohol and practical joke is fundamentally the reason 100% of us are here. Hey, everyone, are you feeling all right today? Oh, yeah. Well, the funny thing is that after the 13th time my dad asked, and he remembered specifically it was the number 13, which he said, see, I knew that was an unlucky number. So he asked her to marry him, and my mom told him no, and he staggers away. And one of my mother's friends was standing next to her, and she said, look, I don't know what that foolishness is about, but you don't have to, or, you know, you don't have to worry because he's going to marry me. And she went and draped herself on my dad. And my mom said she didn't know why. It was probably the vodka, but she got jealous. And in that moment, and Bloodshot! Oh my gosh, we've got Bloodshot in the house and with a raid. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bloodshot in the house, folks. Give click onto that name, give a follow, because Bloodshot is absolutely amazing and fun and awesome, and with great commentary and very friendly, and has the most equally creepy and adorable, emotes that I have ever seen. So, there they are. See, it's creepy, and yet there's something adorable about it. But anyway, so my mom got jealous. She walks over to my dad, and, and she said, honestly, she didn't even think about my dad. She wasn't even looking at him. She was looking at this other woman, and she said, light my cigarette, husband. And she had like this long cigarette holder. And, so my dad, who finally had his moment where he could give his line, but before he could say it, suddenly everybody in the room starts yelling, because my mom, she was called Jazz, and my dad was called Augie. And so everybody started screaming, Augie and Jazz are getting married. Well, they both said before they knew it, suddenly they were surrounded by people. Everybody was yelling and making a big fuss. And my dad said, people were telling him, it's like, well, if you're going to propose to her, you can't propose to her without a ring. And he said before he knew it, they were dragging him off to a jeweler who lived above, the guy lived above the jewelry shop. A group of drunk Air Force folks showed up, pounding on his door, saying that he had to open up. My dad found himself buying a ring. He said nobody would listen to him. And my mom was back at the club, and everybody saying, it's like, oh, you two have been in love all this time, and you only pretended to hate each other. And she said she couldn't get a word in edgewise. Well, they brought my dad back, and right then, a very famous general, General Benjamin Davis, walked in and walked up to them and said, I hear you two are engaged. Well, they looked at each other and said, they're not going to tell this, general that it was all a joke. So they both kind of nodded their heads. My mom said she held out her hand. She said it was almost like it was happening to somebody else. My dad slid a ring on her finger. And the next thing they knew, everybody was planning their wedding, and they were both, and at that point, they were too busy planning the wedding to go out. And, your parents lived in the 50s during the Korean War and the Cold War Germany. Sounds like a movie. Yep. And so, but there was something. There was something. Because, ultimately, why did my dad keep asking? And why did my mother not just say, when everybody was doing it, that, that it was a joke? Why, through the whole process, did neither one of them back out? I mean, they both claimed, it's like, well, I was waiting for her to back out. She goes, well, I was waiting for him to back out. But, years and years later, my mother admitted, after my dad passed away, and when my dad passed away, my mom said, I lost my best friend. And my dad admitted, he goes, well, she was the strongest woman that was there. She was like a queen. And my mom said, well, your dad was kind of full of himself, but he was a strong man, and he was a good man. And later on, she told me that the night after they got, engaged, she went and she said she just sat and talked to God and said, is this really the one? Is this the one who I'm supposed to be with? She said that she kind of found herself liking the idea of being married to him, but she didn't know why. And, they ended up getting married, and they lived happily for 32 years until my father passed away. And like I said, my mom said she lost her best friend. And I mean, you want to get on my dad's side, you say a cross word to my mother. I mean, we were his children. And he said, you can take me on if you think you're big enough and bad enough. But if I ever hear you disrespect your mother, they will not find enough of you to bury. And it was like, okay, all right. But it was an amazing story. And when my mom passed away, I had mentioned it to the priest who was going to be doing the service, and at the end where people were getting up and talking, he said, there's one more person who I think we need to hear from. And so he asked me to come up and tell the story about how my parents met and how ultimately there was love, And whatever it was that they convinced themselves that, no, it was this, it was that, it was the alcohol, it was that. No, my parents married because they loved each other, because there was some sort of contract between them. And sometimes things happen that way. My grandfather fought in, sounds like really my grandparents lived through World War II. My grandpa proposed minutes before getting on the battlefield. He proposed, went off, went back months later on an American bike. Note, I'm French. So my grandma said, no ring needed with a bike like that. That must have been a very cool bike. My grandfather fought in World War II as well, when Greece defeated Mussolini's fascist Italian army. There's so much history. Yeah, it's an amazing story. Thanks for sharing it, by the way. Oh, you're welcome. I'm sad I missed the beginning, but the end was definitely worth it anyway. It sounds like people only find what they really want when they stop seeking it, because it's always right under their nose. Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely right. Zaraclet spitting straight wisdom. Because one of the things that can keep us from finding what we want sometimes is looking too hard for it. Because we're so focused on what we think we're supposed to find that we miss out on what we can actually see. We miss out on the opportunities. My parents got out of their heads and allowed something amazing to happen, which was falling in love. And I'm here because of that. And allowing that maybe sometimes things happen in an unconventional way. Sometimes when we think too much, it can interfere. Because, I'm spitting wisdom all day long on people. Yeah, they're not amused. You know what? If they are not amused, they don't get it. Because what you said right there, sometimes when people really only find what they want when they stop looking for it. And a part of that is when we lose our attachment to the outcome. If we get so attached to one particular outcome and that one outcome doesn't happen, we miss all the opportunities that come with what did happen. That everything that happens, or I should use saliva. Sorry, it was gross. Well, it's not as gross as Bean Boozled Beans. So that's okay. Well, and we didn't start till 10. On Thursdays, I don't start till 10. So actually, and I say we go a little bit longer because this is actually a very cool conversation. Saliva notwithstanding. But it was, that idea that sometimes when we just open ourselves up to possibilities, and it's like, you know what? This is basically what I'm looking for. And however it happens, that's what I'll do. And sometimes it means that we work with a specific goal in mind. And sometimes it means that, maybe we stop and see what opportunities come. To see maybe if we don't get what we want, we end up getting what we need. And at the time, my dad was not what my mom wanted, and my mom was not what my dad wanted. But they both ended up getting what they needed because, they ended up being perfect for each other. Not to say that there weren't points of tension, but overall, they were just right for each other, and yet neither one knew it. But something brought them together. Judging by you, your parents must be very good people. Oh, thank you so much. They were amazing people. They were the people who, and like I said, every parent has stuff that, there is no book that comes out. If women could push out a book as well as baby that explained everything about that particular child, it would almost be worth it. But, it is, my parents believed very strongly in being able to see more. Don't just see a little bit of the picture. Look for the big picture. Always look for what you don't know. Always look for what is missing in what you believe before you start spouting it. Make sure you have clear in your head what it is that you want to say and that you truly are confident in what you're saying. They had a lot of very good sayings. And, I'm really cherish the memory of them both, and to know that they're together. And because losing my dad was so hard on my mom. And then just a few years later, we lost my sister. So my mom lost her husband and a child in a very short amount of time. And, how strong my mother was. And my dad was just so loving. And, he believed that everything, every person had value. And, even people like in the neighborhood who people would say is like, oh, well, that family's poor. Oh, well, that family's this. My dad, he'd go and shake their hand and he would say, hey, they're hardworking, and he was always there for them. During holidays, my parents would cook a ton of food, and then the front door would be opened. And every holiday, my parents would have that door open because anybody who walked up could come and sit at our table. After, we'd have like the senior ball or the junior prom, my dad would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and start making breakfast. And people would arrive, the kids would arrive, and they would stay at my parents' house and talk, and we'd laugh, and, but everybody who showed up, you called your parents and let them know where you were, and then you turned over your keys. And my dad, by about 6 in the morning, he was up and he was driving kids home. And, when they, their parents would come and, get them to pick up their cars. But my dad drove every kid home because he wanted to make sure that they all got home safely. So, yeah, my parents were amazing. And I am so grateful all the time for everything that I learned from them. And, it did do a lot to shape who I am now and who I decided to become. And yeah, they were pretty cool. So thank you, Lager. They were very, very good people, and their spirits are with me. I don't think that there's a day that passes, and they died many, many years ago. And I don't think there's a day that passes that I don't think of them, or my sister, or my older brother. Once you reach a certain age, you tend to lose more people in your life, which to me makes me cherish them even more. It makes me consider, what? Is this grudge really worth it? Is being angry. You got to settle stuff. You don't just bury. It's like, oh, well, that's the thing I'd love to do. Do we know what love is when we only restrain it to ourselves? Yeah. My view is we need to share it, a way to understand what shapes it is within. Exactly. Wow, Zarklet, you just come in and just be, it's like, take over. But yeah, it's, love is just such, because there's love of family, love in a relationship, that intimate love. There's love of what you do. There's love for your friends. There's love for your country or your people. And I think that each one is unique. And each one carries both a light side and a shadow side. And, when love becomes obsession, when love becomes a desire to own someone, when love becomes, well, no, you have to, be what I want you to be, and you can't be yourself. That's the unhealthy side of it. And I think that when people start off with learning to love themselves, learning to accept themselves for both their light and their shadow. And that's not an easy thing sometimes. Sometimes it's very hard, because when we make mistakes, when we do dumb stuff, when we, make choices we wish we could take back. And when we start thinking about those, back to thinking, when we start thinking about all those things, we get caught up in that negative thought. We get caught up in, wow, I'm really not, being the person I want to be, and that displeases me. But when we can love ourselves for both our victories and our mistakes, there's a gentleness that comes with that goes out to the world. That's just paraphrasing you. You're making the magic happen. I'm just showing how it illuminated my eyes. Oh, well, sweetie, you got some pretty illuminating stuff within you. And, if that's, if the stuff that I say and express kind of helps you find that light, because, you share that with other people. You live that. You wouldn't, in stuff that you're talking about, if that didn't live within you, I couldn't put it there. And so it does live within you. And I believe it lives within everyone. Sometimes it takes somebody to remind us. Sometimes, we need to be reminded how amazing we are. We need to be reminded how much we matter. We need to be reminded we're more than the choices we make. Whether they're good choices or they're bad choices, we're more than that. And in my mind, we are all divine beings having a human experience. And sometimes that human experience goes well and sometimes not so much. Exactly. We need to own ourselves to be what we want to be and own it. Absolutely. We need to make the changes we want to see happen to us, which is exactly what happened to me in the meantime. I went here for the first time and now, hugs. And that's true. It's, and we can both see ourselves as these amazing beings and look at the areas that we want to make even better. That we are awesome, and there are certain things that can make us more awesome. And it doesn't mean we don't accept ourselves. It just means that there's always that bigger mountain to climb, and that we want to transform and evolve as beings, as a person. That we are ready to step up into being more, into being what we're ultimately meant to be, which is unique for each and every person. And whatever it is that you're doing, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for all the things you struggle with that nobody knows about. I'm proud of you because you get up and you try to do the best you know to do with the tools that you have in that moment. I'm proud of you because you take ownership of those things that didn't go well and learn from them. I have to thank you for that too. You've put some sense to me and it still resonates. That's why I'm here. You've been a great help to me to help me own myself. You value my inputs and I value yours. I feel like this is going forward. Always go forward with my new mantra. Thanks, Doc. Oh, Zaraclet. When I'm traveling and I get to France, we are going to hang out. We are going to, I don't care where in France you are. I will make a point of getting there, and you can let me know what all the amazing sights are, and we can sit and we can talk and we can enjoy everything. And I'm looking forward to that. 100, 200%. Absolutely. Honestly, I'm really hoping like within, because I'm planning on retiring. I will be retiring in 2024. On June 18th at 3 o'clock. Yes, I am specific. June 18th, 3 o'clock in 2024, I'm retiring. And in, next year, I want to do some traveling. And in 2023, I want to do some traveling. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get an RV or a caravan, depending on where you're from. And I want to just travel around and live in the RV. And I'm going to have a giant Rottweiler whose name is going to be Carl. And if Luna's still here, she'll be hanging out. I will show you all the houses that aren't actually houses in Paris, because I find that a cool thing to know. Oh, I don't think it's useless. I think it's very cool. And, since I'm, part of my genetic background, because on my father's side, I'm part French. So I think that would be an awesome thing. And it is, it is just so amazing. There's so many amazing things in the world. There's so many amazing places. There's so many amazing people. And I just want to be able to connect with as many of them as possible. And I'm truly grateful to Twitch, because that has allowed me, to meet all of you amazing, oh bien, le bonjour, madame, part French. Exactly. Let's see. Le plus que je connais les hommes, le plus aimer mon chien. I learned that a long time ago. The more I know men, the more I love my dog. At least I think I said that right. And, but yeah, it is, and of course the Lady Marmalade song, which had the line in it that every kid learned in French class. But, you know, it is, you know, if we have to think about the things that hold us back, we can also think about the things that move us forward. Kind of. We'll get some time to update your French. Thank you so much. I will appreciate all the help I can get. You know, it's just cool to be able to get to know so many amazing people, and to, you know, my thoughts, when my thoughts get weighed down by the moment, is like, oh gosh, I've got all this stuff I have to do, and I've got this and I've got that, and, you know, bills to pay and all this other stuff. That's when I give myself a little thought vacation, and I think about things like, you know, the traveling I want to do, and the people I want to meet, and all of you that I want to meet, and Skittlebutt! Yes, Skittlebutt, who is a part of my Nameless family, who is an absolute sweetheart. Hello, sister! Hello! Oh, everybody, give a click on Skittlebutt, because, you know, first off, Nameless family, very awesome streamer, who is one of the folks who can do literally two things at once very well, which is pay attention to the chat, to commentate and game and do stuff at the same time. That is, are you following me, LMAO stalker? Nah, go give a follow to Skittlebutt. And, you know, and the cool thing is, you know, if you go in and, you know, and things aren't doing good, guaranteed you're going to feel better before the end of that stream. You're going to feel welcomed. You're going to feel like you're hanging out with friends. And, you know, and those are the best streams, the streams that make you feel like you're just coming in and plopping yourself down and hanging out with a group of friends and playing a game. That is, like, you know, the awesome stuff. That's when you know that the stream is just so cool. When you just sit and you feel like you're sitting across from that person and just hanging out and having some Cheetos, or you know, eating some popcorn and just hanging out, and you feel relaxed. Well, first I need to visit Lithuania and Norway for my crush. Long story, but one day I'll visit America and have a coffee with all my new Twitcharians, like American Twitchicarian. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out, because I love that phrase. Friends, I don't like coffee, but willing to share the moment anyway. Oh my gosh, Zarek, you don't like coffee? JJ the Bunny doesn't like coffee. We're gonna have to get you two connected. Olives, it must be olives, lol. Twitchericans. Yeah, tea forever. Oh my gosh, we've got the non-coffee drinking faction. See, we've got the, you know, 14-year-old 5'9" group. Now we've got the not coffee drinkers. Recently I started trying something. It's called bulletproof coffee, which is coffee with like a tablespoon of butter in it. Definitely an acquired taste, but still better than the Bean Boozled Beans. But yeah, you know, this is jasmine and green tea. Yes, there's tea and team, and there's coffee and oh, Zarklet. Okay, major points. Yeah, there's oh, what was it? There was somebody who said, it's like, you know, there's no I in team, and it's like, yeah, but there's an M and an E. But yes, the T team. Oh my gosh. But, you know, even if we vary on tea versus coffee versus hot beverages versus cold beverages, we're all here together. And the fact that we are here in this moment, actually live, yeah, that's true. I didn't even realize. There's no I in team, but there's an M and an E. Oh my gosh, Skittlebutt doing 100 bits. Skittlebutt, thank you so much. Which means a Bean Boozled Bean. Which, that's Kobe. Eat it. Oh, gosh. Okay. This is either stink bug or toasted marshmallow. So that's, okay, the light. All right, there we go. Stink bug or toasted marshmallow. I've got lemon water. What is this abomination? Okay, Zaraclet, these are Bean Boozled Beans. And for this month, for 100 bits, I will eat 1. For a follow, I will eat 2. And for a sub, I will eat 3. And usually I do like spicy Bean Boozled Beans, which are just spicy. These, you are either toasted marshmallow or stink bug, chocolate pudding or canned dog food, juicy pear or booger, and my personal favorite, peach or barf. Now, when you first bite into it, you don't notice it, but then it kicks in. Okay, so we're gonna go. It's either toasted marshmallow or stink bug. So, Skittlebutt, this is for you. Thank you for the bits. Peach or barf? Damn, that's harsh. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's not toasted marshmallow. That is not toasted marshmallow. How on earth did they figure out what a stink bug tastes like? But I swear, this would be what it tastes like. Oh. And it sticks in your teeth so the taste stays. Oh. Oh. We're good. See, and that's the thing with the spice. I know to Okay, Skittlebutt, we're doing this. Okay, we're gonna shake it. Okay, let's shake some good ones to the top. Okay, that's not fair. It came up with 2. Alrighty. This son of a Skittle. Okay. We're gonna do this one, which is birthday cake or dirty dishwater. Birthday cake or dirty dishwater, okay? The second one came up, so if somebody else does something, we'll do that one. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits, Skittlebutt. Okay. That's not dirty. That's not cake. That is not cake. Oh, it's dishwater. That is not cake. At least it's not dirty diapers. I would be out. Oh my God. I mean, who taste tests these things at this company? Taste the rainbow. All right. So this is brown, which means that it is either chocolate pudding or canned dog food. And canned dog food yesterday was like, I've never eaten dog. And that's the thing. It's like there's this stuff that I've never eaten, but it's like as soon as I taste it, it's like, oh, that's what it tastes like. Okay. All right. Don't make my dog suffer. I will force the stinky barf beans on you. It's all in good fun. And thank you for the bits, Scuttlebutt. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Yay! Chocolate pudding! Yes! Chocolate pudding? Yes, chocolate pudding. Yes. Ah. No dog food. Chocolate pudding. Okay. Oh, this isn't fair. It's another birthday cake versus dirty dishwater. I still count that one as a failure. Not a pudding person. Oh, Skittlebutt. That's okay. Thank you for the bits. All right. Birthday cake! Birthday cake! All right, we're on a trend here. Yes, yes. Mmm. Oh, and that's tasty. Yes. Birthday cake. Okay, we're 2 for 2, all right? All right. We want barf. Dude. Why? This is peach or barf. Dude. Okay. So this is either thank you for the bits. How did he know? I don't know. This is going to be barf. And see, even if you sniff it, you cannot smell anything. I'm telling you. Okay. And I use the term dude just generically for dudette. So, you know, it's like I just say dude. I will say dude to both female. Okay. And I do have a little bit of a gag reflex when it comes to barf, so. Alright. Alright. Peach! Yes! Yes, it is peach! Yes! The Bean Boozled Bean gods are now smiling on me. Ah! Yes, peach. And I like peach too. But thank you, Skittlebutt. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for yes. Peach. Yay! You lucky. Yes. I'm relieved for you, but I wanted to see Barb, honestly. Oh, I mean, and that's the weird thing, is that they actually had to have people whose job it was at that company to try these flavors and go, you know, it's barf, but it's not barfy enough. Or, you know, it's like, dude! Okay. Let's see how many we can get here. Okay, there's 2. Let's pick them up. I'm getting a lot of the 3. Oh, God. Okay, not barfy enough. Alrighty, so we have several here. We have... Okay, we've got birthday cake or dirty water. We've got peach. We've got peach or barf. We've got coconut or spoiled milk. And canned dog food versus chocolate pudding. Okay, so Skittlebutt, alright. This is going to be a great mix. Okay, Skittlebutt, I will let you decide if I eat them all at once or if I take them one at a time. You get to decide that, and I'm going to preempt. One at a time, okay. A chocolate marshmallow pudding cake with canned barf flavored boogers. Okay, we're going to save peach or barf for last. Okay, so we're going to start off with, what is this one? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, this one is, this one is strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. Okay, we're waiting on that one. Let's start off with spoiled milk or coconut. Not coconut. Not coconut. Definitely not coconut. What is this? I'm still standing by how funny I am. You are funny. Oh. Okay. That's one not so great. Okay, let's try canned dog food versus chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding! Okay. So we got one on each side. And they stick. They stick to everything in your mouth. Just to clear it. All right. This is birthday cake versus dirty dishwater. So I got one on each side. Oh. Dishwater. 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 I mean, clean dishwater would be bad enough. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we're gonna do the strawberry banana smoothie versus dead fish. So that's this one. Skittlebutt is like, dead fish, dead fish, dead fish, dead fish. Okay. Strawberry smoothie! Yes! Yes, strawberry smoothie. I mean, there's like a split second where you go, okay. Strawberry smoothie. Here we go. Alright. I love the double take. Peach. Peach or barf. Okay. Bean Boozled gods. Be kind. Okay. Wait, is this strawberry actually dead fish? It's dead fish strawberry flavor. I mean, there's a split second where you're not quite sure. It's like, you know, you start, it's like, yeah. Or is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Skittle, thank you. Gotcha! It's strawberry! Or it's peach! See? I tricked you. Oh, no, that is definitely peach. Yes! Now, the only problem with this is that means that whatever ones are left, for every good one I get, that means one less good one in here. So toward the end of it, it's going to start getting ugly. But, yes! Nice, okay. See? My average is really, really good. But that's okay, we will, people can come back another day and decide, oh, yeah, we're gonna try to wreck her. That's it, we're gonna wreck this person. But thank you, Skittlebutt. So, when are you gonna be streaming? Skittlebutt. You know, I mean, and I know that whole etiquette thing about not self-promoting and stuff. I like people to self-promote. So, are you gonna be streaming today? And if so, please let us know, and let us know what you're streaming. Or are you streaming now? You just finished a 6.5-hour stream. Oh, Skittlebutt, you are a beast. That is a heck of a lot of time to be streaming. Are you going to be streaming again today, or are you going to take, like, today off to rest? Because I usually start about 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern time. Cool. Wow, there's still some of the aftertaste from some of the nasty ones. No, and tomorrow I won't stream. Oh, you've got a doctor's appointment. Well, first off, I hope that goes very well. I hope everything goes awesome and is okay. But yeah, you know, folks, go check out Skittlebutt, because, you know, yeah, wait till you do a challenge. Now, I did order the Little Nitro Gummy Bear. What? Skittlebutt, first off, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's 10. All right. 2, 4. Ooh, I never had that one before. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Scuttlebutt. I mean, thank you. I mean, that's so sweet of you. I'm not sure how sweet I will believe you are in about 5 minutes. Okay, so what we have is we have toothpaste or berry blue. We have, let's see. This one is the spoiled milk versus coconut. We've got rotten egg or buttered popcorn. We've got we've got two, yeah, either Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. Yay. One birthday cake versus, or dishwater. This one, oh, juicy pear or booger. Let's see. Another spoiled milk or coconut. Another rotten egg or buttered popcorn. And another coconut. Okay. Alright. So, you want them all at once? I would love to be able to do these, but since my surgery, I can't eat sugar. Oh, they are quite sugary. Okay, so let's see. Let's put them in sets. That one, which group does that go in? That goes here, and I think this goes here. Okay, you want me to do them all at once? all at once this time. Oh, dude. Oh, okay. Alright. This could go either really well or really badly. Okay. Had gastric sleeve. Good luck. You know, that's cool. Good for... Okay. For 1,000 bits, which thank you so much. Alright. 10. Everybody ready? YOLO! Please? There's a part because it's like, oh my god, boogers in there somewhere, maybe. Okay. I have no idea what's going on in my mouth right now. Oh, so many things are going on in my mouth right now. There's dirty dishwasher, and there's blueberry, and there's booger. Oh god. I'm gonna go back to spicy. Oh my god. Yeah, that's in there too. Oh god, with buttered popcorn and rotten egg. Oh. Ah. Oh god. Oh my god. I had no idea what was going on in my mouth right at that moment. And my taste buds are like, what? Stop it! No beans, just a gift for being so awesome. Oh, actually sucking on the tea bag helped. That actually helped a lot. Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh. That was an experience. That was, I mean, I literally had no idea what was happening in my mouth at that point. There was good, there was bad, there was all kinds of experiences in there. So we passed the inspection. I'm so happy! Yes! Pass the inspection! Oh. Better, better, much better. And this. Okay, friend, I'm gonna be lurking. Got a few things to do. Oh, Skittlebutt. Thank you, thank you. We're gonna close it up shortly. Thank you for, honestly, an experience that I've never had. But thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the bits. That was so sweet of you. And if you ever do a challenge, I will be there. I will take out a small personal loan if you ever do a challenge. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. And it was weird because putting the tea bag in my mouth was actually helpful. Anyway. Thank you, Skittlebutt. Thank you for everything. I will help. Yep. Where it's like, oh, we're gonna be doing a lot of bits. But thank you for all the bits. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. And honestly, folks, go see Skittlebutt. Go and you know, just appreciate such an amazing, warm, wonderful person. Oh, that's gonna be in my mouth for a little while. So, I think we're gonna end on that note. But thank you all for being here. I know you've got a lot of choices as to streams you can be in and folks you can hang out with, and the fact that you choose to hang out with me is just awesome. So as a reminder, July 1st is when we do the spin for the giveaway. It is a set that contains headphones, a keyboard, a mouse, and a mouse pad, all for gaming. Oh, now I've got the burps. Oh, when you burp, you taste it again. It comes back. It's not done. Ooh. You burp, and then it's like right back up in your nose. Anyway, it's all for fun. It's all for fun. As soon as my spicy beans arrive, I will go back to those. At least that way I know what to expect. Anyway, 4,000 channel points gets you your name on the wheel. If you have the channel points and you don't want the set, you could always put somebody else's name. We've got a lot of people who have bought a spot and then put somebody else's name on it, which is really cool. And it's just something fun. Every 3 months I do a giveaway. So if you don't have enough channel points for this one, just keep hanging out, because 3 months down the line I'll be giving away something else. Anyway, let us see who is somebody that we could give a wonderful morning to, because we can keep this fun train going. Oh, Sheila Marcel, she's doing art. Okay. We are going to raid Sheila. We're going to get her because she is so close to making affiliate. So we're going to give her some love. We're going to go and give her some support. Let me Marcelle. And let's just make sure that she is up and running. And okay, it may be okay. We'll give her a couple of minutes and see. But yes, she is. She's up and running. So we're gonna go over there and do that. If you can come along, that would be awesome. Please remember how awesome you are. Please let your thoughts support that. because that's what's true, that you are awesome, you are amazing. Please remember how special you are. And more than anything else, please remember that you are the only you in all of the universe. You're the only you that has ever been and the only you that will ever be. So what that does is it makes you special, it makes you sacred, and most of all, it makes you necessary. Because without you, the only you, the universe wouldn't be the same or complete without you. So, and oh, when we go over to Sheila's, if you go down on the lower left corner of the screen where her logo is, just under it, it says live. Click that and then click return to stream, because then the views count towards her analytics. So if you can come along, that is great. If you can't, if you have to go on with your day, then I wish you a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. and I will be back with the Bean Boozled Beans. And just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I wish you balance and I wish you blessings from my heart to yours. Have a good day. Learn something new. I'm proud of you and I love you. All right, off we go to go see Sheila. And, you know, like I said, if you can come in and hang out, that would be awesome. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Bye.